9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Hey guys, welcome to the stream. Hope you guys are well. Yes, we have in store for you. Today, we're going to be climbing into the chair, heading off to Bournemouth. Yes, to try our best to get past that team that has made it very hard for us. Yes, we've got the quarterfinals coming up. The second leg of the quarterfinals. We're playing it at home against Bournemouth. We're 1-0 down. We're hoping to get through. Yeah, we're hoping to get through. It's not going to be easy, man. Speaking of which, hopefully SI are able to, get that game we love so much to be in the right spot for FM. For those FM lovers, FM 26 is supposed to come on November the 7th. I will be doing a complete review of that. I haven't decided whether I should live stream it straight away and then we go into it and then unload the videos after that. I might do that. So, yeah, I mean, I think I was toying with the idea of just playing it beforehand and then doing the review, but I was thinking, might as well just get some insight from you guys too. So the moment it lands, installs, we're off. That's the plan then. I think that will be the plan. Yeah. Can I increase my... Oh, sorry. I just noticed that the faders were down on the microphone. How are you guys? Yeah, I just realized the faders were down. They're really down, man. I was like... I was talking and I was like... Dude, Intanin can't hear me. Oh no, that can't be good. Yes, I'm now quite clear. I assume. Yes, I don't think I do apologize, man. I do apologize. Yeah. So we're gonna be looking to knock this thing out of the park. Yeah, with Bournemouth. Yeah, with just one goal down. But the downside is they've taken out two of our best players, Martin Kern and Macetic. So basically, the guy who can create the goals and the guy who can score the goals. I mean, the first leg, though, we had a gash upper leg for Martin Kern and a pull calf muscle for Macetic. I don't know how we're going to handle that, man. And over the weekend, of course, Liverpool lost to Crystal Palace. Just before the match, I was like remarking to myself, it's not too bad. Not Liverpool, they haven't allowed a lot of teams easy chances in around the box most of the time. We can see the goal is down to bad luck or a set piece. We also tend to get quite a lot of shots on target. So I was like, yeah, we're in a good spot. We're in a good spot. Lo and behold, the Eagle soared. 2-1 defeat. It's a bit disappointing, I know. But I think it's unfair to expect them to win every single game. Watching Chelsea brings me to tears. Watching Chelsea makes anybody want to watch something else right now. It's quite sad. Amorim, I think, now cuts a very solemn figure. No, I think he's been broken by Manchester. And yet another manager has been broken by Manchester United. Yet another one. I think the number of managers who've been broken, second to none, man. That place, second to none. Second to none. I believe that is the case. Yeah. So it's a tough one now for that man. He's gone. He's like having to, I don't know, what's the word for it? Is he struggling there? The camera's gonna go off for a while. Yeah. Is he struggling? I don't know. I feel that man has it's in the cards now, What are you gonna do? The poor guy, they've treated him. It's like anybody who goes there right now, they struggle. They struggle at United. What is going to happen to United after this? I have no clue. It sounds like a bad thing for their club. The manager is a shell of his former self. Right? That's all I can say right now. I wish that United would. I don't know, I don't know how United fans feel. I mean, like, some people might say, yeah, it's a high time the manager went because that's not the football we signed up for. But having said that, right, it's the board that signed the guy and they didn't give him the tools to do his job. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference who they sign now. I think it's reached a point where I think even he wants to get fired. I mean, this could be the situation where Ruben Amorim himself wants someone to put him out of his misery. Yeah, take me away from this club, man. I can't do this anymore. Yeah, I get the feeling. What a shame for Liverpool. Yeah, say it out loudly. I guess this much. It was not going to be their game. You kind of felt that way. Sometimes when you go into these kind of matches, you kind of see it for a while and you go like, I don't think this is going to be their game. And for the better part of this entire season, they've gone on to show that, they might get 3 points from it, but they didn't deserve to win. Palace deserved it all the way. All the way. Even when Liverpool got it back to 1-1, I kind of felt that this is not fair on Palace because Palace played really well, so they deserve the win. One cannot say, this is Palace deserve the win. So here, guys, we are playing a 4-4-2. We have to play Wupe first before we go to see Bournemouth, or rather before Bournemouth comes see us. But look at us, man. These are the two more important players on our team, Kern and Mitrovic. They are undeniably one of the strongest players in our team, and both of them will not be available for that very important clash of, the champion and the Europa. That's gonna be tough, man, for us. Why? Oh yeah, because that window was up. Such a sad day. I'm looking at the situation for our club as well. We've got a lot of footballs. I mean, not much. We've got the season's coming to an end. But I really was hoping that I think now I'm forced into like maybe protecting Musi as well. Juric should be coming on the bench because we got this big game coming up. So I think we're gonna stuffed right now. Yeah. I've got a lot of things on my mind. Yeah. Isn't it such a beautiful game? Everything is so simple. I know, I mean, like, one of the reasons why Football Manager has to move in a new direction. Okay, there's so many reasons why. I mean, like, okay, first up, let's talk about the game itself, right? Okay. Now, I was thinking about this last couple of days when I was like, playing another game. Yeah. So that game has got collision physics inside. The EAFC game is built on collision physics, right? So when you're playing, it's because you're using the joystick to go around. So there's collision physics in that game. Now, in Football Manager, there is no collision physics because this is a proprietary engine that was developed by the guys in-house. So they gotta kind of, because there's so many attributes to simulate, there's so much simulation that's going on. They created it before collision engines were a thing in the 90s. Now everybody sees collision engines and they'll say, oh wow, put it into this game. Problem is this: collision engines aren't developed by the game. No, like SI. So in this case, a collision engine could have come from another company that specializes in collision engines. Okay, so or you either do that or you build a game designed on a collision engine, right? So you have a collision engine and then the game is built from there. SI's game is already proprietary, so there was never one. So what this means is that for SI to include collision physics would have been fantastic for corners and that kind of thing. All that, the sliding tackles would have been phenomenal. We would have seen so many beautiful things. But for that to happen, SI would have to go out and get another company to come in and work on the collision engine, because you can't, to ask your boys who have no experience in-house to build a collision engine from scratch is a minor miracle. Okay, the fact is, as I've been trying for many years, and even they want to hope that one day they can have a collision engine, because it has to be developed internally so that the code that they have as far as the match engine is concerned doesn't leave the building. So that's their issue. So whenever I hear like, we got a physics engine. Like for example, right? You've heard of the so-called mod, right? Okay. Now the mod, right? The mod doesn't change the match engine. You see, what we have is a match engine built to mathematical simulation on numbers and blah blah blah. The simulation happens underneath, right? Okay. Then what happens on top of that is the animation engine, which basically the game is telling the game comes up with a story. Basically, in a nutshell, this happened in this minute, this happened in that minute, this happened in this minute, this happened in this minute. Okay, they missed the chance at goal, something like that, or they hit the woodwork. Okay, all right. Then what happens is SI have an animation engine on top of that, right? So that animation engine then shows you what we're watching right now. So what the mod does, what the mod really isn't something that goes in to change the physics of the game, which is complete bullshit. Okay, what it actually does is it goes in, the guys go in and they pick animations, that make you feel like, or they could speed up the animation so it looks like the game is being played faster. They could make the ball bounce a bit more realistically by changing the animation engine. So it makes it look like, oh my god, the game is so nice. But the underlying engine, because what they've gone in is that, assume the ball hits the woodwork 5 times in the game, right? So what they would have done is, okay, the ball hit the woodwork and went out of play. All right, shot goes wide. That's it. It's the same thing. Shot not on target, right? Woodwork is not on target. So shot goes wide. It's the same thing. Right? But now you get less woodwork. That's it. So that's what that thing does. So for me, you can imagine how hard it is, because the animation engine is actually something we can access, which is why I can turn one of my guys into a 10-foot giant tomorrow. I mean, I can actually go in right now and take a goalkeeper and make him into a gigantic goalkeeper, and everybody will be going, look, I just signed this goalkeeper. He's 20 feet tall. That's a hell of a goalkeeper. You can find him in the game. He's playing in Uzbekistan. And people will believe me. Right? Somebody will say, oh my god, you broke the match engine. But it's not breaking the match engine. So that's why the mod is a placebo. Yeah. Whatever is said and done, at the end of the day, if you want to believe that the mod changes the match engine, then you have a fundamental lack of knowledge about the actual game itself. And yeah. I've been saying it for a long time. People have come on the stream and asked me, have you tried the match engine? It's a mod. I'm like, dude, there's no mod that can mod the engine. You have mods, skinning mods, database mods. Yeah, you go and get a database mod. If you want to, you can even find a database mod that maybe changes the ambition of the chairmans, for example, right? So I go in and I'm going to make all the owners of the club want to develop the youth players more. That's it. You can do that in the match engine, right? You can, in the database set. You can do that. Definitely you can. Or I go into the database set, and then what I do is all the managers are forced into playing one kind of tactical system. I don't care who they are, whatever they are. I change the profile of the manager. That also you can do in the match engine. The database. Or maybe I go into the database and I give all my managers 18 for tactical knowledge. Now the game becomes harder because the managers are more likely to make changes in the game. So these are things that you could do to make the game harder, but they are not changing the match engine. So, yeah. So yeah, and sometimes some people might even go to the point where say, but you look at all the results, they are not the same. They're more realistic now. That's because no two simulations are ever going to produce identical results. So because you cannot have a baseline, it's impossible to have a baseline if you have a game that for example, training is random, no? How are you going to go in there and simulate training if it's random? Yeah, random. There are some things you can influence, but not a lot. There are certain things in this game that are completely random. The effects of training on players is not finite. It's not something that you can control, for example. to put it mildly, let's say a player plays, you have to go into the game and then you've got to play this player and make sure he gets a 7.5 in every single game, and you're playing him for 90 minutes or about 60 minutes, and he doesn't get injured. Plus, his morale has to be high, he's going to be happy, and you're playing within the tactical system. You can't simulate that. You have to create that. Because Soboslai, Salah needs to show up. I don't know. The game was more to do with. I felt that the game wasn't. Liverpool are playing the wrong system. That's how I feel. But I don't want to go against the manager. I think the manager is. There are so many things that are essentially a problem for Liverpool. One, Isak is not match fit. Isak was barely keeping up with the team. That's the first problem they have. The second problem is when you put Isak in that team, then you got to think about, okay, you got Salah, right? Okay. So Salah is gonna score the goals or he's gonna create the goals. Then you got Words also. Is he gonna score the goals or create the goals? Then we've got who else is left to score the goals? Isak. Isak, can he score the goals or not? Can he play for 90 minutes? He can't play for 90 minutes. So what's left? So Liverpool also, they have their own issues. They've got Isak who has barely made it for. I mean, his preseason just started like a week ago, right? Or 1.5 weeks ago. That's when his preseason actually started. So players take about 3 weeks of preseason before they're ready, and that's with aggressive fitness and preparation. So he's not ready. You could see his hands on his hips at certain points. He actually kneeled over at one point. You could see that he's spent. He's a spent force. He can't, because the intensity these guys are playing at. Okay, we can't do 15 minutes of what they do for 40. We can't even do what they can for 15 minutes. No way. I don't think we are capable. On top of that, you gotta like sprint, and then control the ball. Well, I think there's a lot more for Liverpool. I'm expecting Liverpool to show up. When the season started, I did say I didn't expect Liverpool to win. I never did. No, I never expected Liverpool to win the title. No way, man. And then you think about another thing is that Gravenberch has been playing literally every single game. I mean, honestly speaking, you expect to give you 100% every single game? Man, that is some fancy hoping, man. Okay, we're gonna rest our players because I don't know who's playing in the next game, but we'll rest everybody for one day. This is it, man. It's a big match with Bournemouth coming up. Oh, yeah, that's when my save is quite large, right? So quite a fair chunk. All the processing is not happening. CPU is going. Oh, and another thing. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. This is another thing. You guys want to buy Football Manager, right? Okay. So today somebody came up with I hate it when people do this. No, they come up with first up. Please understand what minimum recommended specs actually means when a developer puts it out. It doesn't mean that you can play the game with 7 nations loaded and 20 leagues. It means you can load the game with 1 nation and 1 league. That's what it actually means. It means that you can play the game, but go make a coffee and come back because it'll take you that long for it to simulate a week. That is minimum specs. So if you think the minimum specs, because somebody went and put something on Twitter today, I was so mad because and the worst part is I am like grumpy old man already status. Okay. I look at it as irresponsible. If you know nothing about computers, you have no right putting out a post that tells people that it can be played on a toaster. And then after that, these people go out and they have false expectations because they might not know anything about technology. And to top it off, you have a fucking link there telling them to buy the game. You piece of crap toad shit. I hope 1,000 fleas infest your armpits. Or 1,000, yes. May the fleas of 1,000 camels infest your armpits. Shit, my mesh stuff not working today. Okay, so I'm telling you guys, right? If you want to play this game, you need... Okay, if you want to play this game and play with 7 to 10 leagues, please, for heaven's sakes, go get an i5. Ryzen chip, or you need something that a CPU that was i5, i7, i9. i5 is a minimum, and RAM, your video card, right? Your video card needs at least 6 gigabytes, not 3. 6 gigabytes, okay? Otherwise, you're playing the game on 2D. I'm telling you right now. So don't expect, if you have like a 3 gigabyte, because the minimum specs say 3 megabytes, that's so that it's 3 gigabytes, that's so you can play it on damn 2D, you know. Don't go out there, oh, I can play, so it can run on a toaster. Damn, I'm gonna be excited to watch FM26. I'm gonna load up my favorite leagues, man. Up 6 leagues, because my laptop is 16 years old. Dude, you can only load one league, one nation, and you have to play on 2D. Okay, that's what it means. So don't complain if your laptop, for example, or your computer starts going crazy because, oh my God, it's so hot. It's making a lot of noise. What's happening to my computer? Is it gonna break down? You see, you're like Mr. Bean driving a small little Mini that was made in 1965 on a highway where everybody is driving a Lamborghini. And you are expecting to keep up with them. No, you got on the highway, your car will break down in about maybe. You go down the highway, if you start to press on the accelerator, I guarantee your car will break down. So if these guys are taking 1 hour to reach their destination, you might get there at night. So please, I hope that people understand this, because there's no way I can put that, man. Yeah, mine is right now. My rig is as good as I would say a Lexus, okay, a Lexus Sport, but I cannot compete with the sports cars yet, right? I can't compete with the top. But the top, if I was on a highway right now, and the guy driving a car is going at 340, I'll probably go in at about 240, 270. That is what I expect my rig to be doing right now. Hey, Chico. Okay, here we go, man. Let's get ready for this game. Enough talk. Okay, they're playing a 4-3-3. We're still going to line up in our 4-2-3-1. We got Danielson, follow Ronshu. Zachariason he can off the ball, he can get up. Follow Ronshu as a roaming playmaker in the absence of Martinka, not a bad move. We got Friday and Biriglia because Borukov, maybe. Okay, that could be a start. Mosquera and Durick, yeah, that can be a start for us as well. Martin Kern, I feel sorry for him. We'll bring him along. Yeah, we'll give him these two kids. They deserve to be there. They did a lot of hard work in the first league. Now in the second league, and hoping that we can. This is a very he's not going to score a lot of goals, but if we do get a chance, we might. Yeah? So let's hope that we can do it against Bournemouth. Bournemouth had a 1-0 lead from the first leg. They took out two of our best players. They're playing a 4-3-3, which will mean that it's going to be rather difficult for Libero to actually do something. We'll play this game. It's a fantastic chance for us to get into the semis. Because the furthest we have been in this competition, or in Europe, has always been the quarterfinals. We are the best performing team from Hungary. Okay. No Hungarian club has ever done this. Okay, so we are the only Hungarian club ever to get this far. We did it in this Europa. We got to the quarterfinals. Now we've gone to the quarterfinals of this competition. And we're definitely watching this on comprehensive, so I can get all kinds of heart attacks. All right, so let's. I'm doing definitely going to be watching this, man, all the way on not all the way on comprehensive. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is interesting. We have to play out from defense. This will tell me about our build-out play is not good, man. Okay, that's good reading of the game. We're trying to play out from defense. The idea here is, yes, we want to draw them out so we can create some chances for ourselves. Play out defense is not about possession. It's about crafting opportunities from yourself for your team because you pull the other team out. Oh, Musi missed. He could have been such a glorious... That was a good move. I don't believe how good that was. It's not bad. I'm looking at tempo now. This is very high and it's direct. Okay. All right. I'll go low. Right, we'll go low, but we won't work ball into box. We're gonna drop the passing a bit. I'm gonna drop the tempo just a tad. Because right now it's like only because we did this setup for our away trip. I didn't want to spend too much time on dwelling on the playing too many dual passes. Right? Wait for somebody to get into your zone. All right, we got a corner. We've got at need. We got only one player back. Okay, all right, that's not too bad. They got everybody in the area. Civic with a corner. He's been brilliant at corners now. Roberto Sanchez has put it over. Come on, guys. Let's get off the good start. Borukov setting out Civic. Civic is gone far post. Musi's header. Why did he take it with his head? I just clobbered that, man. I mean, if we don't take our chances, it's gonna be painful. We're not gonna get many against Bournemouth. Again, Danielson out to Friday. Oh no, he teleported. He tried too much. He teleported, and that's it. He's out. He teleported and got himself injured. Why? How does somebody do that, man? He teleported himself into an injury. That's it. We just lost another player that can create chances. I've never seen anybody teleport themselves and then pull a muscle straight away. Mihai, can he pass vision? I mean, we can use him, but he's not really a shadow striker. We need somebody who can actually get into the area and score. And is good off the ball. Maybe okay, we'll bring Biriglia in. That's it, man. We are losing players. We lost three. That means 3 players have gone. That looked like a hamstring injury. Yeah, it could be out for the season. Okay, Bosquera now. We have to depend on the other players, man. Civic, Durich to Popov, Zachariasen, Mosquera. Wait, patient. We are looking quite patient. Tempo is not too bad. The injury has definitely stunned me. Danielson brushes off the challenge. Finds Biriglia. He squares it into the area. He's no Friday. Friday is a different beast. He can create as well as score. Great challenge from Durich. Aaron's okay. Good work from Danielson. He saw the danger. Plays Danielson into some space. Popov to Biriglia. Please, don't lose the ball. Oh my God, he brings FM is getting out your players again. Yeah, they took out my players. 3 players have been taken out in the last 2 games. Oh no, last 3 games rather. Okay, good work. Biriglia now is breaking through. He's got the strength. He puts it into the area. It's a pen. No, it's not. Again, Zachariasen. That's a lot of physical stuff happening there. No, Biriglia goes wide. He's okay. He's doing well. So, what now? Danielson is not injured. Oh my God. How many of my players are being taken out in this game? These guys they mean business. They took out 2 in the first leg. The English are notoriously brutal with today. Civic now. Puts it into Musi. Musi can't. Here goes Foloronshu. Shoots is a corner. Danielson, we might have to have a look at him in halftime. I might have to play him. There's nobody left, team. There's no one left. If we get a lead, then maybe. Butchers, they've taken out 3 of my... this team alone, right, has taken out 3 of my players. First leg 2, second leg 1. Dirty buggers. I'm toying with the idea of putting Borukov on the flanks if I have to. Semenyo. Denise's injury is definitely gonna, kind of like, these are things that affect the match engine. No? The injury, straight away they go like, okay, the odds of him winning the game now drop. Okay, so we need to animate, we need to create likelihood of a 3-pass move leading to goal very high. Okay, this player is playing well, so link up. Okay, the injury on that side means we can, that kind of thing is happening in the match engine. And you see, I told you, right? I said it was going to happen, right? I knew it was going to happen. No. I had a feeling it was going to happen, and it happened. Hey, weekend of shocks, yeah, man. What to do? What can I say? Then we are. This team has hacked 3 of my players, man. Bournemouth. They took out 2 in the first leg, and they've taken out another guy in the second leg. All in an attempt to go through and accept. We actually are playing the better football, but except for that one stupid miss. Hey, God, Spurs. If we get a goal now, we have a chance. Nope. Okay, what can we do? Oh man, even Zachariah, even my players want to go in for the challenge. Why? Because Zachariason didn't even go in. No, he's like, oh, I'm not going to put my leg in. I might lose it. Okay, how's the Nielsen? No, he can't carry on. Beriglia, I think we're going to take Beriglia and play him here now. There's no choice. We're going to bring Varga on. He's another shadow striker. Barukov, Varga. Barukov, who's got better passing. This guy has got passing like a useless fellow. Okay, both of them are useless. Okay, that's it. We got no choice. We lost a lot of players today. This guy has been taken out today. All right. This guy was taken out the last leg. This guy's been taken out now. The other guy couldn't even make the trip. It's okay. It's all right. It's the game. Brutal, these guys. Duraglia, come on. Tricks on players. Then, okay, I'm gonna change the role. I'm gonna ask him to be a winger. All right. Birik, are you a right footer, left footer? I can't even tell from the skin. Where's his skin? Where's his foot? Where's his footedness? I'm gonna go here. Okay. Reasonable. Right. So it's gonna be a winger mostly. Musi does well. Oh! Again, they don't be playing well. The English are playing well. We have gotten inside, but we haven't scored. We had some shots. We can't panic. Nice! Oh, again! Cleared. Zach misses. Alright. Okay, we're gonna go positive. Passing will be a bit shorter because of that. In transition, I think that's it. Possession. We're gonna do focus left and right, underlap left and right. Okay, and then we're gonna work ball, get everybody high up the pitch. So I'm playing almost identically on both flanks, except for the Real got roasted. Yeah, they deserved it. Atletico Madrid played so well. But I think a lot of people are the sort that are happy to. I mean, I'm one of those that is actually happier when Real Madrid loses. I'm not a big Real Madrid fan, so every time they lose, yay! Bournemouth are playing well, and they got the lead to show for it. Nice work from Biriglia. A club like ours doesn't have the luxury of a deep bench because we don't have that many that number of players, right? And on top of that, also, if we get a deep bench, most of the players will eventually leave. What a save from Sanchez. Yeah, I guess clubs are always coming off our players. It's hard to keep them as well. No one the Giants, so we got to slowly get that. Musi again. 64 minutes in, and we are still trying to unlock this team. Come on, guys. Oh, man. I have rarely seen that happen. Civic. Musi, come on. Do something magical. Varga! Oh. We've got players now there. Okay. Alright. The other option now, we go target forward attack. Okay. Get the ball up. I thought it would be a 3-3 result prior to KO. Okay, corner. I think Real Madrid are okay lah, you know. Woodwork. Oh man, this is one time. We get one goal and then maybe you have a chance. Okay, shout. Demand more from the team. With about 8 minutes left. Not like it's gonna matter now. They did it, Bournemouth. Oh man, that's our third loss in 4 games. No difference now. We score a goal now is just to make our fans happy. Yeah. That's a disappointing performance from our team. We've lost. We couldn't even field 2 strikers, even if we wanted to. Bournemouth are out at the quarterfinal stage yet again. Red Star go through, man. Olympic Marseille go through. So Spain, England. This is Red Star, right? I think so, you know. I think so. No, that's us, not them. Serbian team, yeah, Serbian team. Serbia, England, Spain, France. Yeah, look at that, man. 6 to 7 weeks, 5 to 8 days. Oh my God, we have lost so many players, and have we got the title sewn up? No, the same thing happened a few seasons ago. Yeah. I had a run. I had a run for the Europe, right? And then at this stage, we knocked out, and then we spiral out of control. We spiral completely out of control, and then we finished second. So we wanna make sure that we don't this time. Look at that. So it's been a bad run of results. So we're gonna try and we can't even feel a team of fit players because we took so many of our players out. So we gotta look at what we can feel and then make adjustments based on that. So if I have to change formations for a single striker system, I may have no choice. Yeah, we have to see where we are rich. Is it a back three? Like maybe I have to play a 4-3-3 now because Beriglia is okay. I can play Musi, Biriglia, Varga in front. It depends on our midfield now. Even midfield, we lost a few players, right? So Kern is not under. Chitic is not. Okay, we can go. No, we're not going this. Okay. So the other one is Hungry Gambit. No, this is a different. Is it Hungry Gambit? Low block. No, Hungry Gambit. Okay. This is a gambit system we use. Who can we deploy? We got Martin Kern is not 100%. We'll play him. We can go with this. Polo Ronshu, Musi, Biriglia, and this could work. Yeah, this guy can't play. This guy also. Varga maybe we'll play him instead. Yeah, that's it, man. We have to go to a 4-3-3. Borukov can't play. He's too spent. Man, Bournemouth did it to us. They completely. Look at the fans. They're not even. Oh, sorry. Our fans not here as well. So, guys, when it comes to Football Manager 26, my question to some of you is going to be, if you are going to depend on the minimum specs, decide that your rig can handle it, please don't. You will need a minimum of 6 gigabytes. Minimum. Looking at this game alone, right? People can't say it was a different game. No, it's not. It's the same. The match engine might be working on a different. We might get some optimization, but look at how many C cores my machine is using right now. Those are all my cores running. Okay. And that I'm using an i7. Okay. Even though my CPU right now is running at 52%. And I'm using, it's only 6 gigabytes of my graphic card. So it literally says, okay, fine, I got a lot of headroom for my graphics card. So what I'm going to say is, no way. No way the toaster can run like more than 1 league. So if you expect the toaster to be able to give you an enjoyable simulation, yeah, I feel sorry for you. So be careful. No, Simeone, I mean, 4-4-2. My thing about this, right? A 4-4-2 is always a very good tactical system. Speaking of which, right? We're straight away gonna switch to something akin to a 4-4-2, I guess. Varga, Mihai. We're gonna put Mihai here. I don't care, Mihai go and play there. Be on the wings for all I care. We lost another game. Wow, we're spiraling, boy. I'm spiraling as a manager, no? Yeah. Losing so many players to injury. Right at the tail end of the season. I feel like I know how Angie Postecoglou went through. Things are getting from bad to worse. And speaking of which, right? Okay, he's gone to a new club. I don't understand why he's a nice, entertaining manager, but he's not a manager for a relegation-threatened club. Yeah, a relegation-threatened club needs a defensive manager, like maybe Nuno Espirito Santos, who actually did quite well for that club, Nottingham Forest. That, I think falling out of manager. Mighty Diego Simeone, don't mess with the best. The guy is, he plays, he's got I'll say this much. A 4-4-2, you don't scoff at it. It's still one of the best systems in the world. Yeah. People like to say, oh, no, there's a modern system. If people are playing modern systems like a 4-2-3-1, you cannot play the 4-4-2. It's passé. I say, no. No way, man. Oh, what a goal from outside the area from Zachariasen. Where was this against Bournemouth? No, Zachariasen was watching all his fellow teammates getting stretched off, and he went like, I'm not playing. Yeah, we're going into a 4-2-4. Don't make me go into a 4-4-2. Yeah, you're making me go into a 4-4-2. What can I do? I definitely am that kind of fella, no. I like to treat this game like a game of chess. You're playing a 4-4-2, I'll play a 4-4. I play a 4-2-4. So like they're playing a 4-4-2, right? Yeah. So we're playing a 4-4-2. 4-2-4. What's going on in my head? My head is not registering things. Here we go. Oh, they got what? A header from a player called Marcelinho. Really? You can afford someone called Marcelinho. Yeah, apparently our rival clubs, right? We better not get too around the grounds. League table, we're only 3 points clear now. The same happened a few seasons ago. Yeah. When we got into the quarterfinals of the Europa Cup, right? We lost. And then it started a spiral where we couldn't get out, which we couldn't get out of. And then we subsequently finished second. And the last few matches were against the contenders. So you see Ferrava, a second, 3 points behind. So now we begun our spiral. We can't afford to lose anymore. We have to get a result here. No, Mari Canes is a thug. Yeah. Jose Mourinho and Portugal never-ending love story. Yeah. Never-ending love story. Now, my only worry was if he goes to Portugal, right? Will he was managing Porto, right? How will the fans deal with that? Oh no! Come on, ref! That was a handball by the goalkeeper. Yeah. No. Thiago Almeida, don't you dare score one more goal. Oh yes, we lost it. No, our heart is not in the game anymore. Now we're gonna go to IKEA. Like, our heart is not in the game. The players have collapsed. Their shoulders are down, and everybody now smells blood in the water. You look at that, Ferrava and Puskas. Ferrava is smelling blood in the water, so they're gonna win. They have to win. Ferrova, where are you? They're 2-0 up on ZTE. And ZTE are no easy team. Fly in the water, baby. 3-1 now. I have a lot of respect for Jose Mourinho. I'm not one of those that feels that, he deserves the bad rap, And a lot of people just don't like, the society in general don't like smug, confident people. If you're smug, confident, and you project that, right? People take that as arrogance. Actually, it's like for some people, it's more like a defense mechanism. And for a long time, what I respected about Jose Mourinho was he was doing this to protect his squad. Because if they wanted to lash out anybody, they lash out him and not his players. That is the kind of manager he puts himself in front of his players. And then these players will die for him. Until, of course, when the players refuse to give him 100% in games or start becoming miscreants, that's when he starts his stuff. But I always liked him. And he did deliver for United. He got them a trophy, didn't he? Hey, 231 Nooks. Thank you for the follow, man. Now, I think Mourinho is still confident with his skills. He's just now more into... He's got a reputation already, right? So back when he was younger, it was more the case of wanting to create the reputation. But now, I think, I find that he gets a bad rep. So, all right, we're going to, I don't know, man. Now we're reaching a point where, anything goes, is it? We are so disappointed at the exit, okay? All right, so what have we got? Kern, Pierini, but I lost players. It's very sad. Kern is back. I've lost a lot of players, man. It's sad. But now, Friday is the only one out. But my favorite player here is injured. Yeah, we're going to have to try and get a result. We could hold a team meeting. I've never done that before. I don't even know where to begin. Honestly, I don't know where to begin. Do I look like a person that holds team meeting? There we go. Let's go. There isn't a suitable reason to hold a team meeting. When I want to do one, they say I can't do one. Look at this game. This is what I dislike about the game. I really dislike this part of the game. You see, we just lost the game. It's our third league game. In 4 league matches, we've lost 3 and drawn 1. I should be able to hold a meeting, especially with the title run-in coming in. But no, they decide there's no good reason to have a team meeting. Right. Okay, thank you very much. As a tactician, is always one. Hey, do you know that I like this Porto system a lot? Because Porto is playing a very nice system. It's 4-1-3-2. The thing is, most people don't realize that. He was playing a flying wingback system, which was very cool. And, it was okay. This guy's a bad rep. That's all. I really was I was hoping that he would come back, but the problem is he's not an easy person to handle because all managers need promises, right? Are you going to give me these players? Are you going to give me that place? He always wanted a Manchester United job. No? That was a genuine wish for him. He wanted to go to a big club with big ambitions and a chance to compete in the Champions League. That's what he wanted. He wanted to build a legacy. But the United owners never gave him the team to do that. So it was quite hilarious watching what transpired at that club. Felt sad for him. Nice, Perini with the ball. What can he do? Yep. He tried to find a pass. And we just given up possession. And here comes Karika. Okay, that's it. We are now taking things a bit far. We're going to go pass into space direct. Yeah, we're going to go. This is a case. I'm not going to waste any more time. In the past, changing from game to game was an ability for that. But now to compete, you need to be able to change during the game. But, yeah, I guess so. But People have been changing bits and pieces of the way they play for years. It's, but tweaking in game, the modern game is actually a game of systems where a team goes playing one shape and then switching to another shape. Yeah, that's what they do. They don't play one tactic, and I tend to agree with what you said. I say it out loudly. Managers have to be able to adapt, and that includes seeing what transpires in the game and making changes to their system. I don't think Mourinho is the sort that doesn't do them. I think he does to some extent, but more complicated, smaller, more complicated changes. Not a lot of managers do. Yeah. It also depends on the squad that you have at their disposal, whether they can do that or not. When I said Porto had a good team, he was able to tweak on the fly, and he was playing this wing-back based system that was like quite impressive. He had a tall target man. He had these very explosive wingers that went down the flanks. It was an impressive system. Amorim is working with a team that's been handed to him, and he's always played that one system. He will live and die by that system. That's him. He's like United knew that going into that. The blame is not with Amorim. The blame is United. I mean, what during the interview none of them went to Portugal to spend some extended period evaluating the manager. I find that very strange. Like none of them did that. Oh my god, really? You mean it's like ordering what do you call it? You never tried this meal before? You never even ask somebody how the meal is, and then you look at the thing and you go like, okay, I'm gonna have this. What the hell, man? You don't even check the label, no? Like I'm not checking the label. And you get so stupid. Like you going into a restaurant and you close your eyes and you spin the wheel and you go like, okay, I'm gonna have this. Make sure it's good. Make sure I can eat it because I'm allergic to prawns. And then you just ordered something with prawns inside. That's how stupid it sounds when United. Because the decisions on signing the players at United are not the manager's decisions. No. These are the people there. They're the ones making the decisions. And Jose was saying that from day one. I wanted this, you give me that. We need to serve red wine at this 7-course dinner, and you gave me syrup. And expect me to make people believe it is a 1987 Chateau. You're a piece of toad breath. That's what has happened at United. Okay? It's not. The thing is, people blame Amorim. I say, no, it's not Amorim's fault. You can't blame the manager when it is the fucking board that decided, hey, you know what? This is the right one. It's like the buggers went in and they just went, what? Let's go into this bowl and spin and pick any manager that we want. Okay. Does it fit our system? No, it's okay. Any manager will do. We just want to make sure that we're still earning the shareholders' funds. Our shareholders must get money, that kind of thing. What the fuck is wrong with this club, man? For years, right, United needed a midfield. They think Casemiro is the next great midfielder, is it? When they signed him, he was already well past his prime. The good thing that they did was they signed Ugarte. They needed 3 more of Ugarte. They needed at least 2 more Ugates and one box-to-box midfielder. And it's so insulting. They're using Bruno Fernandes as a deep-lying midfielder when his actually best position is actually as a player just behind the strikers, creating for them. No, he's actually playing at the back because they've got nobody else who can pass the ball. Look. This is all got nothing to do with the manager. It's completely board and whoever is in charge of signing players over there, because that's how the cookie has crumbled. Okay, guys. So don't blame Amorim. And the poor thing is everybody's blaming him. That's the reason why after that game, right? He cut such a sad face. No, it's like, what can you do? You don't give me the tools. You expect me to turn these guys into get a result, and then the fans don't understand. They want to sack me, but I can't tell them anything because if I say the truth, I have burnt my bridge, and every other club will never want to take a chance on me. He can't afford to tell the truth. What? He can only tell the truth in his memoirs when he's written them after winning the Champions League. But that's why I respect Jose Mourinho so much. He doesn't give a rat's ass. He will go to war. And he was the first guy to actually point this out. I know, okay, I suppose no. I was going to be happy, no. We're a better team. Okay. We already the best. Really good. So we're going to have to be at our best. Correct. That's the one. That's why I wanted to hear. Go out there, boys. Believe in yourselves. First time using team talk. Because we lost 4 games already. I feel like Mourinho. This game is out to kill me, today. It's like the ultimate. We're gonna make sure he does not win. Gonna make sure he does not win. He's out now. Back in training after injury. Merchitic is available, so he comes in. Okay. Musi and Puri. Musi comes here. I got no choice. I gotta bring the one. I gotta bring my Kid Dynamite in the game. Let's go, man. Yeah, thing is, I know people are gonna say, I mean, how many tactical systems can he play? But I will admit that they probably read too much press because when Amorim was doing well at Sporting Lisbon, he had a really big support staff, and the players, right? And it wasn't as if Ruben Amorim did that in one season. No. He took a few seasons to get them there. That kind of a setup. It didn't happen in one season. So he was able to build a team with the full support of the club. That is why he won the title. People seem to forget that. He did not get that at United. United expected him to do... And the system isn't a bad one. It's a 3-4-2-1. He needed the 2 midfielders. That's as simple as I can lay it out, man. Honestly, right, I think United would still have done badly if they switched to another system. Yeah. They would have still gotten bad results. Because they still would have needed 2 midfielders, which they don't have. And they play a 4-3-3, a variant of the 4-3-3. They don't have those 3. They tried playing a 4-2-3 with another manager. They couldn't do it because they don't have enough midfielders to play that system. The problem is United do not have enough midfielders. They don't give them. You can't play any other system. What other systems you want? You got to play a midfield 4-4-2. Name me your 2 midfielders. Ugarte and who? Bruno Fernandes. Okay, then the substitute. The one who has to come on, rotate, play in Europe. No, they don't have it. Okay. They can't play a 4-2-3-1. Who's the third midfielder there again? Okay, Kobe, what's his name? Mino? Maybe. But Mino likes to go off on his own, doesn't really participate in the defensive transitions. So you need another ball winner. What if Ugarte gets injured, which has happened before? Not available? You still need. So again, comes back to the same question. They still need another midfielder. The problem with United is they've always needed another hardworking midfielder. And they had the money to do it, but they didn't do it. So whose fault is it? Oh, yeah, we'll go and spend all this money on Sesko because we need to score goals. You can't score goals if you can't defend. So that's the end of the discussion. So you can see where United's priorities actually lie. So they went to sign a Sesko when what they really needed was a midfielder. If they had gotten, I guarantee you this much, right? If they had gotten a midfielder and maybe doesn't matter who they have, Højlund could have been there, any Tom, Dick and Harry could have been there, they would have done much better. Because Bruno Fernandes would have been playing right up there behind those 3, creating chances for them. I don't know. That's how I feel. Of course, feel free to disagree with me. But that's me. You cannot win anything with a terrible midfield. Look at all the great teams. They've always had a great midfield. All the title-winning teams have a great midfield. What United wanted to do it with Ugarte, or maybe get into the Champions League with Ugarte, Maino, and Bruno Fernandes. Realistically speaking. Come on. Another goal. God, this is the way to respond. Finally. Oh my goodness. If you have only one striker on your new team, you're gonna play constantly with two strikers, right? Have you ability to adjust systems? If you only have one striker on your new team, you're gonna have to play consistent with two strikers, right? Consistently, I would say, if you have only got one striker, then you're forced into a system where you probably will you can only play one striker, right? So you have to play a system that has got at least two midfielders, two attacking midfielders, so it gives you more options. You gotta get two in the area, so you can reduce the pressure or at least create space for that one striker. Yeah, that's the thing. Okay, we had injuries, so let's get Kern off. We bring him off, and then Merchitic will come off for this guy. And Denisa also is injured, right? That's 3 injuries. So we gotta look after all these players. All of them got injured. Thanks to Bournemouth. If I had these honestly, right, if we had those players available against Bournemouth, we could have won. If I had Merchitic and Kern, right, we could have won. But then, c'est la vie, such is life. It happens. This Amorim system desperately needs shadow strikers up there. Not like they need their false stance. They need it for. I tell you something, right? If they have one more midfielder and they can push Bruno Fernandes up, right? Then Ugarte plays another holding midfielder. Then Fernandes is up top with Mason Mount, right? And they got Sesko. That is a very good team. That will be a dangerous team, United. United will be dangerous because they can keep the ball, transition with two hard-working midfielders, and you got Mason Mount and you've got Bruno Fernandes who can keep the ball down the flanks and create opportunities for other players. Yeah, that is going to be a good system. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, Gasparani. Because also, after a while, right, if you got a disease in the club, right, and the club begins to give you those kind of results, eventually it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. So because Manchester United, I feel that Manchester United have a big club, big history story going on. So every time there's pressure, so you're expected to deliver. You're expected to be in the top 3. You're expected to be in the top 4 because of the history. And this puts a lot of pressure on players. And on top of that, right, not only is there pressure on players, right? So what happens is there's pressure on managers too, right, to deliver. The same cannot be said by clubs like Bradford, Brighton, because it's a different situation there. Because for them, it's a battle of us against the world. So whenever you go to a club like that, it's us against the world. So every single game, you're fighting us against the world, us against the world. Nobody expects us to do it. Nobody expects us. You can say that in every single game. So managers like Graham Potter, managers like Eddie Howe, these kind of managers, right, who are the managers that are more Gary Potter, but Potter is also he's out of a job soon or out already. These managers, they are defensive managers at best, so they also can go up and set up their stall and go tell the players, this is how we're gonna play. We're gonna play tight. We're gonna play discipline. We're gonna go up and come down, as a group. They will do that, right? That's a different thing because it's us versus them. At United, it's not like that. It's like they are not fighting them. They are not us versus them. No, it's us versus our legacy, what we stand for. That is even more pressure for United. Can you imagine if every day you come to work, right? Somebody tells you you're not competing against the rest. You're competing against this legend who used to be in the company a long time ago. How are you gonna ever compete with a person who's a legend? Can't. So it's very tough. United are going to have to go through a massive rebuild. But to do the rebuild, they've got to support the manager. And there has to be a vision. There's this vision by the Barada. Barada is the driver of the club right now. He's got this goal, right? They want to sign players with a vision towards not this season. This season. I think it's the season where United will be 30. Is it 2028, I think. That's when they're targeting to win the title. Yeah, this Ruben Amorim is more like he's like he just entered a revolving door. He doesn't realize it yet, but he's not going to be there for long. He's going to come on the other side and, whoa, what was I in, man? That's it. That's how I feel. I think that's what's going to happen. I already said, the day when the biggest mistake United ever made was not to keep Scott McTominay. That would be the biggest mistake. I always felt that Scott McTominay was one of the players they cannot afford to lose. The problem is they wanted Bruno Fernandes to be the one going up. Scott McTominay to stay back. Actually, they could have had Scott McTominay and Bruno Fernandes playing up with Ugarte behind him. I don't know. This United team it's not the manager's fault or the players' fault. I blame it on the owners. Hey guys, can we secure the title? It's a close fight now. We're 4 points clear. Okay. And we've got 3 games left. So we're playing MTK, Honved, and Kishwada. That's it, man. We know our closest rivals drew on the last game. That's why it's 4 points instead of 3. If they had won, it would still be 3 points. Yeah. See, the last game, Peraba lost to Upest. The one who drew against us, right? Bogdan is going to be arrested, so we're going to play Perini. We're not gonna risk the health of our young star. Okay, all right. Here we go. Kostish. Mr. Larson, how are you doing? Okay. Time to kicking off, man. MTK. Who is this club? I want to know. I mean, let's go find out a bit more about this club. MTK. Where are they? MTK. What's the history like? Okay. Oh my goodness. The club background. Founded a professional Hungary playing the OTP. They tasted MB title. Oh no, they were a team that was promoted from the league below. 2027 last season, newly promoted. Oh, okay, come, let's go. Better beat them. I will not accept anything less. Around the grounds, no results yet. Analysis, I don't think any of this is coming to Football Manager 26. Okay, half time. Skins like this, all like, I don't think so, man. You're gonna cry, I tell you. But this kind of stats, woodwork, probably the bane of SI's existence. Yeah. The problem for SI has always been, right, the chalkboard exists side by side with the data hub. It makes them look bad all the time because they got to double check stats. So because they're coming from 2 sources, they give it to you. Early access, you come back 21 days from 2 weeks from November the 7th or November the 4th. It might be earlier, but around there. I actually had a date. I think 21st. Yeah, 21st, October 21st. But like I'm telling all of you, don't buy the game first. You still have time. Just give it a day. Please give it a day. The last time they had a major UI change, the game wasn't that good, no. So if I were you guys, I'll be patient. Unless, of course, you don't mind, having a... unless you don't mind, of course, it's your money. Oh, what a goal from Pierini, man. I thought the title was going to slip away, but he responded with a belter of a free kick. We were back in it, baby. We're back in it. What a goal. What a goal from Pierini. I'm so glad he's playing. Well, in the absence of Friday, this guy's a set piece specialist. Corners 11, free kick taking 12. Okay, not that bad. I don't think I have anybody else who can take free kicks. Martin Kern comes on as the captain. But I mean, impressed with the youngster. 3 seasons ago, he was in the youth team. And now he's wearing the armband. Burek. He sounds like he could be a character in Lord of the Rings. One of the dwarfs. Burek. In fact, isn't that the name of the king in Lord of the Rings? Oh man, Borukov almost escaped. Here comes Pirini, finds Musi. Musi gets away from the place. Nice. Polo Ronshu goes up, looks for options. He's gonna get a penalty by diving in the area. Diego Rosa touched him, he went down. He touched him and he went down. We got ourselves a penalty. And up steps the legend, Elder Civic. He has never failed to disappoint us. Never failed. It's always done well. The power of negative thinking. He's never failed to disappoint us. Yeah, okay. 2-1. We're back in it, ladies and gentlemen. Looking at this, right? Look, chances, one penalty. Look at these 2 shots. Okay, good. Okay, nice. Ooh, Danielson with a rocket. MTK, newly promoted, struggling. Here we go, Popov now on the ball. Find Durek. Oops. I wanted to call that up. Doesn't make a difference. The fan is already on. I don't know. It makes me feel good, Individual training, diving, they should include that in Football Manager 26. And then that, I don't care how good or bad the game is, no. I'll just say it's a great game because you can train people to dive now on Football Manager. Yeah, they should allow us to tell the players to go and drop in the opposition third on a touch. That was what they were doing, no, in real life. Some of the managers, because when there was a time when they actually had that rule in football, right? If the ball touches a player's hand in the penalty area, whether accidental, whether it has or whatever, as long as he touches it, it's a penalty. And do you remember that season was the season Luis Suarez was playing for Liverpool? Every time he got near the area, he'd try and lift the ball into a player's hand. If he cannot get a shot on goal, right, you'll try and lift it against the guy's hands in the penalty area just to get a penalty, They're cheeky bugger. But then they had to change. Subsequent to that, after that, they changed it, right? That was hilarious. And Musi will come on. We'll break Biriglia now. Borgdan will come on. We got 10 minutes. Get these guys some game time. Mihai will come on for... Mihai, we cannot risk him. Iliev will come on for Civic. He scored the goal. Okay, we've got a free kick to defend. Sanchez to take this. If he drop points, New Shot should be able to tell individual go dive. Yeah. Uh-oh. Block. Oh, woodwork. Goal. He's onside. He is definitely onside. 2-2. This game is going to the wire, man. We didn't defend that well. All ended up in going into the box. See, I don't like this. All ran into the box when there were 2 fellas coming. Which man in the right mind will do that in a real game of football? Nobody. Oi! Oh my God, the guy could have scored. 2 of them could have scored. Yeah, Suarez will bite. Yeah, exactly. That's why when diving became like people go down the box trying to touch, right? People are going like, okay, now you gotta dive. Now you gotta dive. Don't worry, they got to go to VAR. It's okay. Yeah, a touch, you go down. Don't try and drive. You got VAR now. Let the referee make the call from the truck. Why do you think it's so easy to go down the area nowadays? Wolves received 700k from Mosquera. Paid them money for Mosquera. So managers are going around telling their players to go down. And then people are complaining, oh no, they shouldn't be going down, it's too easy. But that's a real deal. There are managers who do that. You think Diego Simeone does not tell his players to go bite or dive in or go hard tackle? They do. I had a game once where my coach went and basically told me, you go out there, you make it difficult for the player. Man, what do you mean? Yeah, make it harder for him to play. Get physical. Don't give him space. Wow. Managers actually tell you that, bro. But that's the reality of the game, what? You think managers are going to sit down there and say, be a gentleman, shake his hands and let him through? Oh, man. That's how I look at players on the pitch, right? They have this aggressive posture. Because this football is a game of turf, right? You're not gonna control my turf. You're not controlling the turf. I'm controlling the turf. That kind of thing. Yeah. Kern has been dropped by Hungary. Oh man. Martin Kern was a part of the Hungarian squad, but then they've decided not to bring him back. So we are now leading by 2 points. It comes down to Honved, man. Honved, how are they doing? We have they're in relegation. I don't like to play these kind of clubs. These kind of clubs are very annoying. Both of us going to the ECL, but no, there's 3 spots available. But this will be Europa, I think. Yeah, both of us. Champions League qualifiers, rather. I don't know Champions League. I think it's Europa. Let's see. Looking at the club info. Suddenly forgotten. Where the heck is it? Where's the rules of the? Oh yeah, it's here. Screw it. It's here. Okay, Champions League path. Only one of us goes through. Yeah, so if we don't finish top, we don't go in Champions League. We want to go Champions League next season. And then Europa, then these 3, the top 4 this season. This one cannot be. This one depending on the winner of the Magyar Kupa, correct? Top 4. So we got a chance now. We got a quick pick. Danielson, Fiorini. Order this again. This is a perennial problem for this stupid game. Alright. I find this very annoying. Why no roll ability for this guy because not in his what the heck? Goalkeeper is Kasperini. He is Andreev. Very confusing. Okay, Follow Ronshu will come in again. Okay, we got Borukov coming in. Musi coming in. Okay, I'm gonna have to play the A team. Hopefully they do well. Alright, let's go. I know it's lacking match fitness, but this is an important game. Footballers should compete with the Oscars. Yeah. And then managers should apply for the special effects trophy. Because that's what it is, driving in the area. You want your players to do special effects. Roll and then ding a bit. It's nonsensical. Okay, let's dial things down. We don't want to rush this game. We're going to be patient. No more pass into space. We're going to go low cross. We're going to work the ball into the area. Yeah, relegation threatened, so let's not rush it, okay? Change his role to a poacher. Okay, that's it. Okay, good. All right, we're going to try and get as many players into the area. We are definitely playing quite aggressively. We get a goal, be in good stead. Worst case scenario, we're going to have to go 4-2-4 if we don't break this team down. Because we have to win this game. And we just all over them at the moment and we're still not getting anything. Musi, Mercetic. If I take Mercetic, no, I have to take off the Nielsen. Okay, what we'll do is take off. We're going to go switch to this now. Okay, we're going to play the Nielsen here. Mercetic is not a striker. No, he's not. And Musi will play here. I'll play Mercetic here. Musi will come off. We'll bring on Varga, come. Play Varga at this. Kern, let's go. We'll go 4-2-4. Be desperate for the win. We have to win this game, but take risks along the way. There we go. Varga plays one like desperately over the top. Okay, maybe ask for it. Oh, get there. The Nielsen does well. Popov now. Okay. We are gonna push everybody forward. Okay, fullback. Support. This is not pushing everybody forward. This is cowardly going up cowardly. Drop. Okay, standard right defense. All right. We got roaming playback. This one will be a fullback on attack, I guess. Fullback on attack. Into the breach we go, boys. Everybody is gonna do funky things. Sit Naroka inside. Edit Sit Naroka inside. Into the breach, boys. Into the breach. Okay. We are playing with one defender only. We want the result. They're look at them. How defensive they are. They're playing a low block. We're going to get up the pitch. Danielson in. Danielson shoots. Danielson scores before we even change our tactical system. Is he offside? He might be offside. I think he's offside. It didn't look that way, but it's allowed. I thought I was getting excited for no reason. I knew no. It seemed too good to be true. Oh, man. I was too excited. Come on. We are pushing. Our two wingers got Danielson, Borukov, and Varga. If anything else, we're going to take him off. Macitic comes off. We've got to bring on Biriglia. We'll play here. And then Danielson is... But, I mean, we can... Tell you what we'll do. We take off Danielson. We'll bring on Pierini. That's two fresh legs. And then Zachariason for Foloronshu. No, believe that. That's our now is our second substitution. One last one to play. But this is a definitive move. You see what I is you take brought two wingers and one striker. Nothing is happening, and I'm already attacking them with literally everything. No, I'm gonna go positive. That's a push us up higher up the pitch. Ball playing defender to keep the ball. Oh my goodness, Borukov is already feeling the injury. 82, 83. Come on, don't concede now. They're trying. They're holding on a Honved. Honved and the relegation zone. Why don't you just lose the game? You're going back down. Right? Don't be a spoiler. Biriglia, Pierini, come on. It's Biriglia again. He's going to have Popov. Popov goes into the area. Varga checks back. It's Kern. Kern is brought down in the box. The diving team has working. The diving is going on, baby. The boys are fighting for every blade of grass. Eldar Civic steps up. Come on, Eldar. He is. Come on. He does it again. No, it's Varga. I thought it was Eldar Civic. People are calling Gattuso Pitbull. Gatta means cat and was never Suarez. Okay, guys, we did it. We got the goal we needed. It is 4. Okay, now we go IFB. We were pushing everybody up. IFBA. Okay. We only got about 3 more minutes left in this game. Good header. Borukov can't get there. Oops. It's Popov. Nice work from Borukov. He is... Okay, we're going to take Borukov off now. And bring on Juric. Okay. Pierini on the ball. Sets up Varga. And he said, Biriglia is 2. Oh, we saved it too late, man. This serious diving skill. That's 2 games in a row. No, we won penalties. Pierini checks it back. And then Varga can't take the shot. Wing closed down. He sets up the winger. Boom, 4-2-4. Okay, Birik. Now Juric comes on for Varga. Varga did something. I mean, that was we did it. We didn't need the last game. We did it. We had 1 game to spare, man. That means Ferrava did not win the last game. In unrelated news. Yes, we have been crowned champions. Yeah, baby. They done it. They done us proud. They done us proud. It's a good result for us on the day. I mean, we bounced back from the defeat against Bournemouth. That almost catapulted me into a cycle of defeats. Of course, they don't want this holiday manager. Look at him. It's like got lime green afro. Looks like he's dressed for the beach. Someone rather the Hungarian club decided, yeah, we want him as our next manager. And that's it. Yeah, true enough, Ferrova did not get the result. The pressure was on them. They failed to beat Meskovats, and we win 4-2, and we go through. Yes, we are the undisputed champions, man. Everyone is finally getting injured. Board said initial budget, got 22.64. That's good. The board is happy. We're back at the top because now some money in the bank, got a pretty assistant. And the last game is a formality. Oh, sorry. It's for the fans, man. You know, I coughed into the microphone. I think next time I will just cough away from the microphone. Because every time I cough, right, I try to mute the microphone, right? And then when I mute the microphone, you guys just go like, oh God, he's muted himself again. He's never coming back. So I guess I'll just go like, this way is much more better. Kishwara, the last game of the season is a home game. We shall parade the trophy in front of our fans. We're disappointed that we could not win the title. We could not win the Europa Cup. Kern is suspended, but it shouldn't matter now. In fact, I think we should just enjoy the moment. We should enjoy the moment and review the season. But okay, I want to ask you guys a question, right? Okay. Like, if you were to play Football Manager right now, what is the one thing you dislike the most in this game? Of all the things you have to do. For me, right, I'll tell you what I dislike. So you get what I'm trying to say. For me, the most important thing about any game is getting from point A to point B. Meaning, if you want to find out information in the game, it should be easy for me to find it. That's it. If I have to go around the camel's ass to find out information, right, it's gonna annoy me because this is a simulation and I don't like doing that. This is quite nice. I didn't even know this button led to all the leaks. You're not going second league. Quite nice. I never knew that. The national team. This is a world button. No? This is quite cool. No? This is a world button. You can actually bookmark this. This is a world button, man. I didn't know that. I'm discovering something new now. Okay, last game of the season. That's it, man. This should have been the skin for FF26. I'm telling you right now, this is a very good skin. No? TCS made a very good skin. This is easily the skin. I mean, if this had been Football Manager 26, right, and you just give me a new game, right, I say, okay, guys, we're gonna play TCS skin for the skin. We're gonna make a few changes. I would have been happy. Yeah. Give me the new give me the new tactical creator here. That's it, man. I would never have complained. Are we gonna dive again? It looked to me like there was gonna be an issue in the area. Diving coming. Every time I see a player going up, I'm thinking, no, somebody's gonna dive. Serafimov, Kern, or the champions are Stroke. Look at the fans. Oh my god. They didn't even show up. No, our team is gonna lose. Yeah, they didn't even show up for the trophy. Look at it. That's it. I'm walking out of the stadium. I'm walking out of the stadium. This is the best I can do. We're walking out of the stadium. We're going to let the player. I'm going to go to. What the heck? What's wrong with this? My fans, they didn't even show up for the trophy presentation. Like, we didn't even sell all the tickets. I mean, if we have already won the title, would this realistically happen? Let me ask you. Would this realistically happen in real life? When a team wins the title and the fans don't show up, how many of you think will happen right now? What do you think? Do you think this will happen? Denahi, not sure if it's just me, but the way scouting works is something I really struggle. What do you mean? Explain to me in some way that I can understand. I don't know. I mean, what do you mean by you struggle? What do you struggle with specifically? Do you struggle with setting up the recruitment focuses? Do you struggle with fitting the player you think should be playing, but then discover you signed the wrong kind of player? Which one? Sometimes some people, scouting for them is they don't know how to find the player. And other times, from some people, is how they set it up. And so, some others, they've set it up correctly, but they can't get the players. So then it becomes even worse. It's like, okay, I watched this video and now I don't know what to do. Then there it becomes a case of explaining to them the differences in the databases. Yeah. So it's one of the three. See, the first scenario is I cannot find players, right? Okay, that would happen if a person does not load enough leagues as playable leagues. Now, why is that important? Because in the game of Football Manager, if they are all view-only leagues or the thing is not there, there's a one-for-one replacement. That means there's a 5-star player, in a very nutshell, in the simplest of terms, 5-star player is still in the game from Hungary. There's only, the country can only have one. Then there won't be another 5-star player until that 5-star player retires. That happens when you don't have the league loaded. But let's say you have like a league that is playable and then all the simulations. Sometimes what happens is you tend to get, now there's another 1-star player coming. It might not be 2 or 3, but you might get one more. So it's like you don't get a like-for-like replacement in the population pool. So sometimes you get more. Sometimes some editions of Football Manager, we had this problem where we had too many players. Like too many good players showing up. It happened 1 or 2 years ago, where if I made a league very playable, wow, there's so many good players, man. So easy to find them. See? So lots of the time when people create their saves, right? They create it with like, okay, I'll have 4 leagues playable. Because I'm running it on a laptop. I can only play 4 leagues or 4 nations and about 14 leagues. And then they make like only 2 or 3 of those leagues fully playable and the rest view only. That's it. Good luck to you, man. You're going to have a limited pool of players that's playing. So your scouting may not reveal too many players. That's what happens. So a lot of the time, you might set up the scouting focus. You got everything right. But it's actually, this is why I tell people that when there are irresponsible parties that go out there and tell you that a toaster can run the game, they are fucking lying. I cannot even, I'm so disgusted by that. It's so bad. Because you need an i5, you need a certain processor, like minimum i5. I will say i5 is the lowest I would go. So you're looking at, you need a CPU to process a lot of leaks. Okay, that's true. If you go toaster level PC, what will happen is you can only play 1 or 2 leagues, or maybe 4 leagues. Hey, do you know that a minimum spec machine can usually only play 1 league, 1 nation, 1 league well? Because it is meant to be the when you load the game, it is only meant to be able to play the game, not play the game well, make it enjoyable for you. For it to be enjoyable for you to give you the experience that is like a great simulation where people like me seem to find a lot of players, it's because I have 200,000 players loaded. The minimum number of players most people should have for it to be a good save, as in enjoyable save, I would say in the region of 80 to 100,000 players. That would be a good number for a save to be in. How many leagues? You're talking about minimum 10 nations and maybe about 40 leagues. 10 nations would be a good, nice spread. because then you get like the top 10 countries, and then maybe the top leagues, maybe the first top 7 would be your playable leagues, right? So the top league is playable, the rest be view only. Now the problem is when it's view only, those leagues at the below the playable league, those view only leagues are not going to increase the population of players, right? This is going to be a 1-for-1 replacement. So you have to wait for the player to retire. Otherwise, you won't find 5-star players. You won't find that many 5-star players. How some people circumvent this is by adding players to the database. Now, when you add more players to the database, you do 2 things. You make the CPU work harder. So you got to be careful with loading all these players. The more players you load, suddenly the population becomes like a huge population of players, and you could bound to find players. But once again, it comes back to the same thing. Now you just made the population even bigger, right? So the first time you plow it, you'll find your 5-star players, but then you got to wait for what? Those players to get out of the system. So it doesn't really help your cause much. So this is one of the reasons why these saves, right? You won't find a lot of people talking about doing them for 20 to 30 years. Sometimes you might find somebody, I'm playing this game, and they only play for 5 seasons, 6 seasons, and they stop playing it because, the nightmare begins once your players retire. You see me play Destiny. I have all the leagues loaded, right? And I've been playing it for 22 seasons. And you know how I find players? Like, I can find players, right? All the time. I'm finding these used players. I'm finding fantastic used players in other classes. It's because I have 200,000 players loaded. Not 10, not 10,000. I have 200,000. And these are all playable leagues. I got literally the top 30 nations is playable. So that's how I would do it. Do you think it's possible to recreate Hansi Flick's tactics in FF specifically at extremely high possession while also creating tons? It seems like I can only do one or the other. Or you can do both. We can definitely do high possession and create lots of chances. The challenge is actually getting that shape to play. No, Hansi Flick's, I'll be very honest, I haven't seen his system since I did the video like 2 seasons ago on the channel. I did a Hansi Flick recreation like 2 years ago. Nowadays, I'm more keen on like showing you how to set up like shapes so that you can go out there and do it. So if you can tell me what the shape is for Hansi Flick's system, I will see how to do it, because you can definitely set up high possession. No, it is right now on Football Manager too easy to set up high possession, high scoring tactics right now. It's quite not that difficult, but it's a bit of a challenge for you have 110,000 players. That's a lot of players, man. Yeah, that's okay. You should have enough players. How many nations are playable? No, how many nations and leagues are playable? Because the total number of players is irrelevant. I mean, until the total level of players, total number of players is important after the leagues are, you talk about the leagues, right? So you need to make like the leagues playable, a lot of leagues playable. If you only make the top, okay, the other problem is this. If you only make the top league playable and not the league below, then you got another problem. Where are those youth players going to go for development? AI generated already, because those teams that they go for development are now in the either the VOD leagues or the leagues that don't, they are simulated the background. So what the AI match and the AI, the game does, is calculations are not the full match engine or the expanded model for youth development. So understanding this is the reason why I actually load lots of leagues. Like if I want more German players, or I want more English players, or I want more Argentinian players or Brazilian players, man, I've got like 2 or 3 of their tiers. I load all their leagues. I don't load all their leagues, like, I mean, I load at least the second tier where I'm expecting their players to go on loan. And the 5-star players will go there, right? That's what I think. Yeah, the players are going to get more expensive over time, especially those long-term saves. The long-term saves, 350 million, right? Yeah, sounds like my Destiny save. Players don't become cheap. They become more and more expensive as time goes on. Ladies and gentlemen, we are the champions. Our last game, we went 1 goal behind, and then we came back to thump them 5-1. What a result, man. Okay, so we are champions, man. Borukov. Well, this is the guy you guys recommended, right? So we're champions. Not too bad, not too bad, not too bad. And let's go to the data very quickly. So how did we do in terms of our performance? I only got these 2. Okay, in terms of chances, we didn't play very well. So, okay, XG, definitely we cleared out a lot of goal scoring. This is like obscene amount of goal scoring chances compared to the rest of the league. But I think we're quite entertaining. Yeah, our defending was terrible. This is, if it's minus like this, means our defending was good. If it's like this, means like either my goalkeeper was shit or defending was terrible. Yeah. So yeah, this is bad. Thereby we gotta improve this. But overall, I say we're okay. Not too bad. Finishing could be better. You see this one? We should have scored more goals. We should have scored a lot more goals. +4 just means your Ferrava's finishing was amazing. Then MTK also, very good. You give them half a chance, they put it in back. And then you give us half a chance, we're probably going to send it to the moon and back. This is what this one. Look, if you want a plus number here, it better be like +10. Not +4, +1. +1, +2, +3 is like the worst number. No. That short map, you can see, yeah, with at least ours are grounders, right? You can see this is 0.42, 0.19, decent chances in around the area. This is crap. This is good. So, I mean, I normally go to this after every game. Because after every game, we always get match reports, right? So look at this, man. We almost lost the title here. This period. The same thing happened a few years ago when we finished second. We went through, we were top of the table, smiling pretty, we're going to win the whole thing, and then and then we never won, no? We lost all the way. This time we had to turn things around, and then we had to do I rarely ever do team meetings, right? We had to do a team meeting somewhere here against MTK. We had to do a team meeting. Yeah, and then we managed to turn things around. We tried to do a team meeting here. They said, go to hell. It's the wrong time to do it. And we did it here. Data, but otherwise, looking at this, non-penalty expected goals 1.97. Not that good. My highest is 3.9. No? Destiny, right? 3.9. This is like 1.97 just means you scored 2. With the Destiny tactic, I was using the Joey Go Smash system and the 4-1-4-1, right? But to play that system, you have to have a lot of good players. I don't have a lot of good players here, so we have to be, yeah, see, 2 goals. We give away a chance every single game. I mean, our goalkeeper apparently has played quite well. Expected goals conceded per 90, 0.7. And you actually want this to be as low as possible, right? So, I mean, so if it's 0.79, then we would say that if he has conceded, basically, you can see it's 1 goal every 2 games. All right, that's par for the course. Okay, that's par for the course. That's what it tells me, because expected goals conceded is just the reverse of expected goals scored, right? So expected good chance is 0.23, right? So that means how many did he let through? Like 2 good chances. He lets in 2 good chances a game. This is what it tells me. 0.79, because it's 0.79 divided by 0.3. Okay, so that's a fair, good chance 0.3, right? So I think a large part, they say he's doing some great work, right? Save ratio 78%. That's actually a damn good save ratio for a goalkeeper. 78% is very high. 70 is usually the benchmark. 70, 76 is the benchmark. This is good. And looking at our attacking numbers, our attacking numbers are not. It goes per game is 2.33. This is like 2 and 2.3. Okay, this par for the course. That means we just just there, because it should be 1 to 1.3 goals, right? We are like 1.97 to 2.3. It's about the same. Shots on target ratio, pretty decent getting our shots on target. So again, is the problem is the finishing. It's the finishing for our team. Our finishing our team is not very good. Final third passes again. We go camping quite a lot, and then we do. Yeah, we're not that bad, Clean sheets. We kept clean sheets, but I think we can do more. We're not really opposition passes per defensive action. They don't like to play against us. They only get like 4 passes before they lose the ball. Passing dynamics, looking at this, I don't even know where I'm going. I don't mind looking at this. I mean, you know why I'm doing this? Because I'll tell you something. Once Football Manager what year 26, we gotta get used to looking at stuff like this. We cannot see things like this is what we'll be living with. Stuff like this, right, is what we're reading, right? Stuff like I'll show you the other one. Stuff like this. Wait, let me show you. Okay. Stuff like this will be history, you know. I'll show you which one I mean. Cannot be, because the one thing that will never be in the game ever again, okay, ever again, right, is this. This is gone. This whole thing is called a chalkboard. I used to love coming here because I can do a deep dive into my analytics, right? And then I can go like, okay, I want to see who created the chance. I could actually do things like, who are the guys who contribute the most chances to my goals? This is all information you get from me. The problem became when SI introduced the data. So then they have two sources of information, two data centers. So basically what we had were two data hubs in the game. So because this is the new child, they forgot the older son. So they got a younger son coming in. They're giving all the love to the younger son. They kick the older son out of the house. So the older son is not going to be, the older child will not be part of our family moving forward. So that is gone. Yeah. Definitely, yeah, because the SI did say there won't be a chalkboard and no shouts in Football Manager 26, right? I don't know if you guys remember it, but he did, man. Miles did say it. That is gone. That is clear as daylight. International management is definitely not coming. Because I don't think it's going to be in the game. Yeah. Because they never ever once said, I mean, since the day when they said there was not going to be international management, they never come around to say, hey, you know what? We've got all these new features in the game. International management is definitely there. They never said that. Yeah, Coach says numbers are never the same between those two because there are two data hubs. That's the reason why. And they have to take it out. They have no choice. They have to take it out. I don't blame them because you don't want people to get confused playing the game. It's going to be so difficult if you're going to try and convince people, hey, you know what? This is the right place to go. Anyway, guys, I want to thank everybody for coming on today's stream. It's been sensational. Tomorrow, we plan for the future or we play a different game. So, chat, what do you want to do? You want me to play a different game? Let's prepare ourselves for the worst. What if Football Manager 26 is a terrible game? What are you going to do? Think about it. Come back tomorrow and let me know your plans in case FM26 does not live up to all the hype. I want to know from you. I want to prepare. I believe in one thing in life. I prepare for myself for the worst possible outcome. Anything else is a blessing. You guys stay safe. Be good to your neighbors. Be good to your loved ones. Do not wish harm on somebody else. I'm going to miss you guys, man. Bye-bye.